What is up, guys? Yandere Neko here, and we got another Death Battle reaction. This time, Bowser vs. Eggman. And as of right now, I am 0-2 this season. And I'm not gonna predict who's gonna win until after both analyses, because I legitimately do not know. I mean, for one, I was a Halo kid, I was a Halo and Call of Duty kid, right? I'm not too familiar with either. Aside of just like mainstream gaming stuff. But also, weirdly enough, it's the fact that it is an army fight that made it so hard. You know, you have people saying, oh, well, this trooper's a win con, or that guy's a win con, or this girl's a win con, rather than, like, what Bowser and Eggman themselves can do. So, it's all just very complicated. From what I gather, both can actually cancel out each other a lot hack-wise, so it's very much going to depend on what, like, you buy and whatnot. Well, just making sure it's recording. Good. Let's full screen this, get some sound on, and let's begin.
This battle is sponsored by Marvel Snap and Prize Picks.
Oh yeah, fully animated too, fully hand-drawn.
Bowser versus Dr. Eggman.
The king of the Koopas and the baddest of badniks. And they're not alone.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death
I'm
battle.
actually wondering how long the analyses for each will be, given that it
Mushroom
isn't
Kingdom, a peaceful land of kindness,
very
adventure,
fine.
love.
Ah, boring. Move aside, princess. It's time this place got way more awesome. Here comes King Koopa himself, better known as Bowser.
The moment this
Back in
orphan
line.
star child was found by Kamek, it was clear Bowser would command the disparate outcasts of the Mushroom world, the Koopa clan.
Sadly, not everyone's born a toad.
Except for just on the
like
preview
monsters,
stuff.
fated to a life of infinite jump farming for one-ups.
Bowser wanted a different world,
It's
but
just
Princess
a
Peach
preview,
Toadstool
so.
would never allow the evil king's day in the sun.
Why does she
Her
look
light was
low-key
so bright,
evil in
Bowser
that?
became infatuated with her.
So he turned all the toads into bricks and kidnapped her, putting their princess in another castle, and another and
You know, the
another,
brick
like 40 years of
transmutation
castles, only
might
to be
actually
released if
be
she
a
agrees
good
to marry
win con
him and
for
his
him.
dad bod.
Yet he was foiled time and time
Because
again
I
by
know
those pesky Mario
Eggman
brothers.
isn't immune
However,
to the
Bowser is
Robo
nothing if
virus,
not
so
persistent.
Look at him!
transmutation
Who's
could
built like a brick house strapped to a saw
be a
trap.
win
That
con.
spike shell takes a lot of punishment. Not even the weight
But
of a castle
both
can
have
scratch it,
transmutation,
especially when he rolls
so-
up like a prehistoric Beyblade.
And the Koopa King doesn't just breathe fire and control lava, he commands nature itself.
Spitting meteors from outer space, beckoning the earth with a snap, inhaling torrents of wind, straight up calling down lightning. What else has he got?
Oh,
So they're
just a
not
little
just gonna like
dabbling in
restrict him
dark
to Smash
magic.
like
Hell
last
yeah.
time.
Wizard Turtle.
The original NES manual even describes him as a sorcerer king. Magic is how he turned the toads into bricks, only countered by the princess's heart magic.
But that's not all the magic he's mastered. Telekinesis, creating perfect clones, reanimating his undead skeleton, and worst
Wait,
of
does
all,
that mean you could
ruining
create
every game
clones
of Mario
of
Party.
Badniks?
Hey, no! I stole those coins fair and square!
Because
Bowser spent decades
that might
hoarding
actually be
treasures,
a-
coins, magic
another
star
win
rods,
con.
warships, clown cars, you name it. This is the same guy that created multiple flying castles fashioned after his own face.
Yeah, he's definitely got an ego on
Paper
him.
Mario
He's
is
talked
canon,
about having a
that
4-digit
could,
IQ, but I've seen this moron put death
also
traps
be
in his
trouble.
own backyard. A man after my own heart.
Despite his clumsiness, Bowser's charisma and leadership brought many to his side. Not enough to defeat Mario, but his army doesn't make it easy on the Red Plumber.
They're the most wicked band of misfits this side of World 8-4. the Koopa Troop.
An army spanning multiple territories across the mushroom world and beyond.
Goombas, Koopas, the Troopas, and the others make up the infantry. Some with wings, some in shoes, and some even in race
Yeah,
cars.
imagine
They're
the
red shirts,
analysis
first
is going
in
to be
and
very,
first out.
Piranha plants, bloopers,
Zeus
and
is
lakitus
heavy.
use their surroundings to get the jump on unsuspecting
Yeah,
prey, land,
I'm
sea, or sky.
not
Keep
gonna
me here
read
forever,
all of
jotting down the
this
small fries.
because
Ooh,
that's
Shy Guys, sentient bombs with feet,
a
and
lot.
more.
It was imperative for Bowser to nurture a unit that covers their own vulnerabilities. For example, Kamek and King Boo both have magic, but Boo has battlefield control with illusions and destabilizing dimensions, while Kamek focuses on buffing allies, canceling enemy powers, summoning anything he desires.
Or swapping my items to screw up my Mario Party lead.
Another
Not
win
again.
con they
Speaking of
talked
items,
about.
most of the minions can use pretty much any power-up Mario can. The Goombas make frequent use of Tanuki tails, and Bowser can really get into the cat roleplay. But as the Koopa Troop grew
what?
and grew, it started to feel less like an army and more like a family unit.
Oh, you mean like his kids, the Koopalings?
They're adopted.
What's the difference?
Good point. Bowser took them in and even trained them in dark magic.
Though no one's as spoiled as his natural Nepo baby, Bowser Jr., captain of the Koopa Troop.
Spoiled is an understatement. Remember his escapades as Shadow Mario? He terrorized Delfino Plaza with literal evil paint. That whole debacle was basically his attempt at elementary school art class.
And I bet Bowser still has some
Well,
on the fridge.
that's
But really, the king is
kinda
very protective of
broken.
his kids. If the fam's in trouble, he can will himself to transform into a giant kaiju, all to crush whatever bully's talking smack.
Maybe a little overkill. Just one punch from Giant Bowser launched a castle out of orbit. Taking into account the flight path and the scale of their universe, Bowser's punch must have hit with a force of over 125 trillion tons of TNT. Considering how Yoshi punted poor Raphael the Raven so hard he exploded into a constellation of stars, this isn't even close to Bowser's full strength.
Yo,
So
they did the
don't bully
constant.
his kid, especially if he falls into some of Bowser Jr.'s set of black paint. That stuff's scary.
Enough to unleash Bowser's Dark Fury, a form whose very steps cause widespread natural disasters.
Okay, seriously, how does Mario ever beat this guy? He's like Godzilla, Doctor Strange, and John Cena all in one big turtle.
Well, we're not even to the best part. Bowser's dark magic became so potent he eventually learned how to warp the very fabric of reality.
Anything the king imagines, he makes happen. He turned all
So,
of Yoshi's Island into a
Toon
storybook.
Force,
And remember those
basically.
painted worlds in Mario 64? Yeah, he made those. And the staircase that goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Oh God, does anyone know how to BLJ?
He also stole ultra-powerful items like the Wonder Flower, which can mold reality like
Okay,
Play-Doh, and the Dream Stone, which
I
can be
was
used
always-
to wish someone out of existence.
But his most iconic
I was
thefts are
always
those big,
kind of
shiny
leaning
power stars.
towards
Don't judge a book by its
Bowser,
cover.
but
Infant power stars,
this
aka
might
Lumas, can
actually
become
reaffirm
whole
my
galaxies.
vote.
They also ferried Mario
But
across
we'll
the
have to-
universe in 3 seconds. That's 489 quadrillion times
We'll
light
have to
speed.
wait for
Obviously, the Big Daddy Grand Stars are even crazier.
Eggman's
Bowser used one to power
analysis
his
for me to
space
make my
kingdom, But
decision.
then guess who showed up to ruin everything? It's a him!
And when the Grand Star was freed, it caused a chain reaction that destroyed the entire universe via a massive black hole.
Thank Space God that Rosalina showed up to save the day.
Not that Bowser needed saving, he's been swallowed by another black hole and thrown into a star that went supernova.
Imagine if this crazy OP fire turtle had to fight himself. Oh wait, he did, and he beat the hell out of him.
With all this power,
Well,
it's a
now
wonder he
that's
still
just-
hasn't conquered the Mushroom Kingdom. Perhaps it's because his visions of grandeur were never really what he sought. Surrounding him is a crew of outcasts and miscreants like him. Ride or
Literally
dies that
me.
can't be swayed against him.
Oh, are you saying he's secretly happy because he's got a big monster family now?
Yes, but also when they actually worked together, they legitimately conquered most of the known universe. So,
He's a baddie through and through.
Wait, does
who
this
will
make him the
teleport
good
through
guy,
space
though?
and time to show you what's what. Because he's no ordinary Koopa. Make way for the king.
yeah.
this battle is sponsored by Prize Picks.
Prize
I'm
Picks is
wondering
the best
how
place to
Eggman's
get real
gonna
money sports
top
action.
that, so
And it's daily fantasy sports.
I'm
is super
placing
easy
my
to get
money
into.
on
That's right, Boomstick. No
Bowser.
need to worry about going up against somebody who knows way more than you do.
All you gotta do is pick more or less on 2 or more players, and you're up for a shot to win big.
As someone who
I do
spends
not
literally all of
endorse
his time running
scams.
numbers on anything and everything, I appreciate a system that takes a lot of the guesswork out and lets you actually win through skill.
Yeah, like how they've got an actual injury insurance policy. As in, injuries don't ruin your lineup. It's crazy this isn't more common. It's already saved my butt for sure.
And withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. I can get my money in as little as 15
Well,
minutes.
this is...
Download the app today and use code DEATH to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup.
That's code DEATH to get $50 instantly after you
So-
play your first $5 lineup.
Prize Picks, run your game.
Okay, I'd rather not.
Citizens of Earth, lend me your ears. Imagine a world of endless possibility where people
Hold
are
up.
free as the wind. Isn't it?
Wait, what was
Endless
that?
possibility.
Okay, they're
Where people
not
are
using
free as
it.
the wind.
Song.
Isn't
Good.
it disgusting?
Well.
Technology to bring about global peace.
Only reason I
But Wiz,
skipped those
only
10
a
seconds is
brilliant
because
mind
this
can
was
make
all
that happen.
Not just any
previously.
brilliant mind, he's
In
a
the
genius at
preview.
heart who knows the dangers within. He's Ivo Robotnik.
Dr. Eggman.
As a mad scientist myself, his
Actually
story is my
surprised how
inspiration, just
well
as
they were
Eggman's was his
balancing
grandfather, Gerald Robotnik,
Versus and
who sought to
character,
create
like-
world peace through technology.
Still very
But then
Versus
his
heavy
beloved
just
granddaughter,
because,
Maria,
I mean,
was
it's a
killed by
Navy
the
fight,
Guardian
but-
Unit of Nations, better known as
Gun. They're freaking called
Gun.
G-U-N. Anyway, Lil Eggy grew up a lonely narcissist because all his family talked about was Maria this, Maria that. Boo-hoo.
Neglect and envy tainted Ivo's goals of
That's
following
kinda
Gerald's
dark,
footsteps.
but-
He distanced himself from his grandfather's legacy. Instead of bettering the world, he would conquer it to get the attention he deserved.
No, you mean craved. Desperately craved.
Tomato, tomato.
You just said it the same way twice.
He aimed to establish Eggman Land, a capital of science. And this paradise would have worked just fine if not for that blasted Sonic the Hedgehog.
For years, Eggman's plans literally blew
I
up
hope
in his
it's,
face. And he's a very sore loser.
But just like any good experiment,
Okay,
the doctor did more
shoot,
testing.
my motion
seeking better
capture
results.
failed.
He's created plenty of nicknames
Well,
to terrorize the
fuck
world
it.
with. A laser gun, a cloning ray, mind control cannons, a flying armada, typical evil scientist
Well, if
stuff.
my
And
motion
there's the
capture's
big
gonna
ones.
He
fail,
invented a
then
spatial displacement trap,
We'll
which,
just-
while online, scatters a target's atoms
we'll
across
just do
space.
my voice.
Oh, and then there's the metal virus, which transmutes organic tissue into living metal zombies. It's so deadly, it created a plague that
Well, that's
nearly wiped out
annoying.
all
Motion
life on
capture
Earth.
failed.
Eggman never made himself immune to it. That's a whoopsie.
And when he's not duping you with decoys, he's riding in style with the Eggmobile. It's lightweight for maneuverability, but tough enough to withstand moon-sized
yeah, I
explosions.
could tell by
into the
how
center
hot
of
my
a black
computer was getting that something was probably wrong. Well,
I mean,
okay, so they
kinda
both have
lame
black
looking,
hole
but he
peaks.
can plug it into big bad mechs like the Egg Walker or the Death Egg Robot, whose giant laser once obliterated 77,000 cubic meters of rock in an instant. That's like having an atomic bomb in your pocket all the time. Oh, okay, maybe this guy's pretty cool.
Eggman built machines for a long list of combat situations. Some look like knights, others use extraterrestrial sources like the Wisps, and then there's the orbital bases, like the Death Egg.
The reference is obvious, but
Star
Darth Vader's
Wars
version is like a
thing.
toy compared to the Death Egg, which can annihilate stars. Woof! A whole
Well-
constellation gone in one shot.
That's
Not
to
as
say
impressive
Eggman doesn't
as,
enjoy scrapping with blue hedgehogs
Universe
himself.
level, but-
Enter the Egg Dragoon.
Hell yeah! The rawest of the battle mechs. It's got electric drills. It's got ice missiles. It's got a whole lot of bullets. My God, Wiz. I need it.
And don't forget, Eggman built all of these things
Well, that's
himself.
appealing.
Maybe world domination is in his grasp yet.
One problem. Eggman's a turbo loner. No hobbies, no friends, no wife, no nothing.
Come on, he has friends.
No
I
bitches.
mean, he's a feminist. Oh, okay, maybe not, but what about Infinite? Sure, they might have joined forces over a mutually sought revenge against Shadow, but it counts. Sort of. Who needs friends when you can build friends?
Obviously, Eggman has a tough time collaborating with others, so he just built his own army instead.
The Eggman Empire.
The Badniks are mass-produced foot soldiers, buzz bombers, crab meats, caterpillars, egg robos, and don't forget those cute little moto bugs. The Badniks may seem simple, but they're led by an elite, multi-talented unit. The hard-boiled heavies. Really leaning into the egg thing, huh?
The army has
I
a wide
see.
variety of troops, even your classic comedy duo with Orbot and Cubot. They're Eggman's assistants and immense disappointments. Every genius has their duds.
Hey, at least they're not Scratch and Grounder. But that's why he's made top-notch bots modeled after the Sonic cast, like everyone's favorite robo-faker, Metal Sonic.
One
Metal Sonic
of
has the
the
most horsepower
biggest
in the
win
Eggman
cons for Eggman,
He has the
from what I
moves and
hear.
speed of Sonic and then some. He's had his rebellious phases, but Eggman's reprogrammed Metal to better follow his commands.
Pretty sure they also
Additionally, when
lowball
upgraded to
Sonic's
his Neo
speed a
form,
lot.
Metal
so.
Sonic could copy biological data, including unique powers like Shadow's time stop technique, chaos control.
He could even copy
Yeah, but-
Silver's psychokinesis. And
Hold
with
up,
enough
but Bowser can create clones, so wouldn't that mean Bowser could just create
chaos
a
energy,
clone of
he
Sonic?
powers up into Super Neo Metal Sonic.
Though everything would change with the appearance of the Phantom Ruby. One of many trump cards at Eggman's disposal, the Phantom Ruby alters reality by manipulating perception.
Basically, super OP illusions, but in
Don't
Infinite's hands,
both
it's a
have
weapon of
illusions,
mass
though?
destruction. I don't know how illusions translate to body replicas changing gravity or making a fake sun, but go off, King.
Oh, so it's basically some Sharingan level bullshit where it's definitely more
And
than
when
an
used on the planet's
ordinary.
consciousness, which is a thing, the Ruby granted
Illusion.
Eggman the Lightman form. Yep, apparently Super Eggman is canon, though it is pretty complicated to manifest.
But the Phantom Ruby isn't the only souped-up gem Eggman has. He's used the Jeweled Scepter to make the world-shattering Egg Wizard. Then, on more than one occasion, he's effortlessly gathered the super rare, super powerful Chaos Emeralds. You know, the things that power Super Saiyan Hedgehog.
Eggman built and built
Hold up,
and
but,
built, and eventually
the
he built
wizards
something
can
that started
steal
to build on
the
him. Sage was
gems.
originally designed as a
What?
mere assistant, but through an alien encounter, she was granted actual sentience.
Sage is already super powerful, but now she's also super smart. She thought up millions of battle plans all at once to defeat the massive titans.
And you can barely remember where you put your dune bug.
I know exactly where it is. It's at the police
Wait, was that
impound.
an
Thank you very
06?
much.
Sage was Eggman's saving grace. He had previously found machines with personality lacking,
No,
but Sage's great adequacy in
kind
solving
of
her
a
function
guilty
provided
admittance,
Eggman
but
with
Sonic
something that,
06
for the
was the
first
first
time,
game I ever
he'd
played,
hate to lose.
so.
In essence, a sort of daughter.
So, like any good dad, he gave her the keys to his car, his spaceship, and his orbital death ray. Hell, now she controls the entire army.
And this frankly unheard of trust from Eggman became crucial in defeating the End, a primordial entity so mighty even Supersonic struggled against it.
Their battle can only be described as peak fiction, because charged by 7 Chaos Emeralds, Supersonic's no joke.
Okay,
The power
they are
of
not
one emerald
saying-
can shift continents. All 7 together can shift the universe.
And kill some pretty
Well.
terrifying bosses, like Eggman's Time Eater, which
Okay, so they
ripped apart
both have the
space-time
universe
like tissue
scale.
paper.
In short, Chaos Emeralds give thoughts power. With them, Eggman's best machines can run indefinitely while matching the greatest powers ever seen.
And I'm
Like
still
when 3
recording,
supers battled
good.
Solaris, who tried to destroy
Even if
time
it's just my
itself.
voice
Solaris
now.
extended its chaos across multiple timelines in about 20 seconds, or 73 quadrillion times light speed.
Okay,
It's funny,
that's
though. While Eggman's smarts have sort of defeated Sonic here and there,
definitely
he's pretty
faster than
effective when he
anything
teams
they
up with
put
the Blue Blur to
Mario
save
at.
the world.
Well, recall how Professor Gerald was a good person before losing the granddaughter he loved. In Eggman's case, now that he has Sage, perhaps a similar story is playing out in reverse.
Nah, Eggy will always have a harebrained scheme behind his cufflinks.
So watch out, critters and plebeians of the world. He is the Eggman, and he's got the master plan.
Okay, well, shoot, now
You gotta help me!
What happened now?
Now what final
I'm addicted
bet,
to Marvel
Bowser?
Snap.
I
You mean
might
today's
be
sponsor,
1
the
and
collectible
2,
card
I
game?
might
The
be
one
0
with
and 3.
Can't.
Sorry, can't
I'm
help
going
you.
in on
I'm addicted
Bowser.
too.
No! Well, good thing it's super fun.
I know, right? I love my deck. It focuses on tactically placing low-cost cards, then boosting their power way beyond what's expected.
Oh yeah?
I'm
Mine's
sorry,
got a
I
big
only play
dinosaur.
waifu
He's awesome.
gotchas.
Oh, watch the teeth.
Download the Marvel Snap app, now available on the App Store, Google Play, and Steam.
Or visit marvelsnap.com to learn more. Just click the link below the like button.
All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
This is just some beautiful hand-drawn animation, I will say. Also literally me. You know what? Bowser's literally me, that's why I'm siding with him.
My upcoming Eggman Land 2. What a joke! I am Dr. Eggman, your new genius overlord. Get a load of this!
Oh, this is... I'm already excited for this shit. As expected, the fodder won't... And that's the Egg Dragoon already destroyed.
You call these toys an invasion force? Let's see Toads do better. That's a decoy, idiot. His power is without peer. It is the ultimate strength.
Well, so they're going to be fighting over one of the gems. Get Mario parodied. Oh, they haven't showed Bowser Jr. yet, so.
You've lost the battle before it has begun.
Excellent work as always.
There's Sage.
Ready to wrap this up, Sage?
As you command.
You know what they say, the more the merrier. Showtime.
Okay, well, if he's going in a super for boost, that's... Oh, that's a loss, ain't it? I might just be 0-3, 0-5. Well, that's unfortunate. Ooh.
How dare you keep your hands off my...
Oh, this is bad. Wait. Woo. Shit, I might win this.
Sage! The Death Egg! Max power!
Ooh, I might not. Come on. Well, wait, you can't. Nice!
Curses! Sage! Fire is again!
Transmutation for the win.
So long, Doctor!
Alright! Finally, my first win of the season. 1 and 2. Let's go. Aw, this is beautiful. Now I actually have a chance of tying based on the next
easy
time.
one to win, which might seem surprising given how the Sonic series is not afraid to show how tough its cast is, while Mario's comes across as more cartoony.
But as it turns out, Bowser had everything he needed to take Chrome Dome down. Strap in. This one's a lot, so we'll break it down into 5 categories.
First up is physical stats. Bowser pretty handedly outmatched any of Eggman's
Well, that was
usual
the
mechs, like the
given.
Egg Dragoon or the Death Egg Robot.
The Death Egg Robot.
Actually,
Without
Break it down into
like that they have different things each matchup. It's unique, you know. It's
categories.
nice.
First up is physical stats.
Visualizes
Bowser pretty
the
handedly
debate.
outmatched any of Eggman's usual mechs, like the Egg Dragoon or the Death Egg Robot.
The Death Egg Robot
know what?
could level cities. Bowser
10
could
out
push
of
a
10
castle out
episode.
of orbit.
The
10
Death Egg
out
could
of
destroy
10
stars,
episode.
but Yoshi could match that level of power, and Bowser's strength is certainly above the green dinosaurs. Plus, while both Bowser and Eggman's tech survived black holes, Bowser's was much larger.
So, he may win stats, but this could change with their powers. With so many items and minions, that could make all that a moot point.
Aside from power-up items, both could manipulate minds, create duplicates, and alter space-time.
So
However,
it's
Bowser
a
had
tie.
a significant edge in having access to the majority of his abilities at all times.
Oh.
Yeah, Eggman can do some crazy stuff, but only across different mechs, fortresses, or space bases. Bowser's all natural. He's got all his best powers
All
built
natty.
in, and he ain't even a robot.
Meaning he wins the war of attrition. He even had counters for battle enders like the metal virus and spatial displacement trap. Context matters for those weapons, and both backfired in the past. But more importantly, Bowser could simply reverse the effects with his transmutation magic. Conversely, most of Eggman's
Oh, cool.
robots could get turned into, say, a frog or a block with no reliable way back. Bowser takes the edge in powers.
But definitely not for intelligence. Come on, you have a 4-digit IQ, Bowser? Really? That's cute. I mean, don't get me wrong. Bowser's not an idiot, usually. Just really, really clumsy. Poor fella.
Meanwhile, Eggman's an engineering genius who rarely
Yeah,
ever gets
well, that was
bested by
like
brains.
a
Easy
given.
dub. Now, let's talk trump cards.
As in, items so powerful they could decide the entire outcome on their own.
The Phantom Ruby was super dangerous, but specifically targets perceptions. Unlike Bowser's Wonder Flower, which mucks up reality for real. The Ruby affected a whole planet,
Oh.
but the Wonder Flower had the
You know, it's
power to
actually
alter the universe.
nice that they're animating
also,
the,
Drain Stone's
alternate
ability to wish anything out of
scenarios.
existence would have no problem cleaning up Super Neo Metal Sonic or Time
Oh,
Eater.
that's
Their most
cool.
prized possessions was a tougher call. Together, the Chaos Emeralds can break the universe, but so can the Grand Stars. Arguably not as much given the Emerald scaling to Solaris, though Power Stars and Grand Stars are far more plentiful. Clearly, this is getting fairly abstract, and both had multiple options that could win the day
Another
instantly.
beautiful-
So the safest bet is to call this category a tie.
Which means it's finally time to compare their armies. Eggman seems deadlier at
What
first
took so much debate over the past 2 weeks.
glance. I mean, look at all those buzzsaws and rockets. Metal Sonic speed
Well, the Sonic fans aren't going to be happy, I'll tell you that
and
much.
power alone could solo most of the Koopa Troop. But the Eggman Empire lacked something Bowser had in spades. Teamwork and loyalty.
Eggman is a notoriously terrible team player. His alliances are practically guaranteed to fall apart.
Hell, in Sonic Generations, he could barely manage working with himself.
Eggman's army is designed
Well,
to be
that's
controlled by
just
just
an
him.
LP.
To Eggman, it's harder to command those with free will, hence his rivalry with the free-natured Sonic.
Meanwhile, the Koopa Troop follows Bowser because they actually like him. They train really hard to cover each other's weak points.
Giving them plenty of advantages as this war progressed, like battlefield control through King Boo's magic and Bowser Jr.'s paint. And since the Koopa Troop doesn't rely that much on technology, Sage's hacking potential had little use.
Get fucked, because that was like a big, argument for Sonic. Oh, Sage.
Also, secret weapon? Kamek is kinda busted, canceling Metal Sonic's power copying, stealing the Phantom Ruby, and potentially swapping the Chaos Emeralds were huge game changers.
Add on that Bowser and his army can use any Mario power-up item, and they had millions, no, billions of combinations
Well.
that the Eggman Empire just
Oh,
could not
1 and
actively
2.
plan against. Even with Sage's millions of plans to take down the Titans, she thought them to be unbeatable, which Sonic proved was incorrect.
Just comparing their conquests makes it clear. The Eggman Empire took over the whole planet, but Bowser's troop conquered most of the universe.
Eggman was no pushover. His wit, power output, and
I
ridiculous
wonder what
machines
the,
gave Bowser the biggest
next
fight of
time
his
would
life.
be.
But the Koopa King's ludicrous strength, abilities, and united forces ultimately prevailed.
Eggman tried to poach the king, and now he's cracked and scrambled.
The winner is Bowser.
Next
Well,
time on
alright.